From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series.
Ken Walker with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
14 yards.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Niners at 0-14 now on the year. We are late into December and still searching for that first win.
And that's a list every team wants to avoid because it's a small list, but we remember who those teams were. 2017, the Cleveland Browns went 0-16. 2008, it was Detroit. And in 1976, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they didn't win a game either, but they only went 0-14. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That is caught. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw, Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 49ers 14-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, Seattle.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
The kick is good.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
To kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. The Niners take over 1st and 10. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Pass caught by Pearsall. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Now 3rd down and 7. Purdy now to throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Here is 3rd down and 4.
This is 3rd down.
Back to throw again. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Watkins diving. He's got it. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Again, that's Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And you see zone defense, and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
It's a gain of 30. That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
49ers 7.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And the Seahawks first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Looking to throw.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba
From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10. Purdy from the gun.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Purdy
Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Purdy off the play fake. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
3-yard line.
McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle with career touchdown number 70. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
2nd and 13.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to throw again.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Torrey Horton, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. York on now for the extra point.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
It's 4th down.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. York now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Throw left side complete. That's Morales. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now Purdy.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
In motion, the tight end. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
The city just made a sweet, people diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Proctor. That is caught. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for San Francisco,
well, this loss means they'll have 2 more shots to avoid the dreaded 0-17.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.